겠습니다.
그렇습니다. 자, 이렇게 매치데이 2, 자, 조별리그 2차전 경기, 하지만 서울에게는 첫 번째 경기였죠. 첫 경기를 승리로 가져가면서 이제 FC 서울이 당당히 이제 2조 1위로 올라서게 됐습니다.
힘든 첫 번째 경기를 또 잘 승리로서 마무리 지었고,
네.
앞으로 남은 경기들도 기대토록 하겠습니다.
자, 이제 오늘 첫 승을 거두어낸 FC 서울은 오는 3월 3일 치앙마이 유나이티드를 홈으로 불러들여서 이제 매치데이 3 조별리그 3차전 경기를 치르는데요. 계속되는 연승과 함께 서울의 좋은 흐름을 기대하도록 하겠습니다. 자, 이렇게 FC 서울이 K리그를 대표해서 이번 아시아 챔피언스 리그에서 첫 승을 만들어냈고요. 내일은 수원 삼성이 K리그를 대표해서 다시 한번 도전합니다.
저 지금 K리그 팀이 J리그 팀에게 1무 1패를 기록하고 있는데,
네.
내일 수원의 J리그 팀을 상대로 또 첫 번째 승리를 기대하도록 하겠습니다.
내일은 비셀 고베와의 경기를 남겨놓고 있는 수원인데요. 비셀 고베에는 또 이니에스타가 있기 때문에 내일 경기 이 국내 축구 팬들에게 더욱더 많은 기대가 되고 있습니다.
내일 이니에트 선수도 좋은 활약을 우리 국내 축구 팬들도 많이 기대하고 있는데, 수원 역시 염균 선수라든가 김민우 선수, 또 좋은 선수들이 많이 준비를 하고 있습니다.
내일 수원 삼성과 비셀 고베 7시 20분부터 저희 JTBC3 폭스 스포츠와 함께 하실 수 있고요. 자, 오늘 경기 FC 서울의 1대0 승리 소식을 전해드리면서 오늘 중계방송은 여기서 모두 마무리 짓도록 하겠습니다. 도움 말씀 현영민 해설위원과 함께 했고요. 저는 캐스터 이준욱이었습니다. 함께 해주신 축구팬 여러분 대단히 고맙습니다.
오빠, 청소는 로봇 청소기가 해? 설거지는 식기세척기가 해.
It was a very good pass as well. Leads the next counter attack right now, led by captain Fitiwat Bill, trying to open the angle up for the shot. That's not the best of passes though from the number 9.
It's not a great run from Young Rai either. There's no way he can receive the ball coming that now. We haven't seen much of Young Rai either. Korean international, well into his 30s now, vastly experienced.
We did talk about Beijing Guan, their very poor record in the Asian Champions League, going out of the group stages on 5 of the previous 8 occasions that they've been in this one. But if you look at the group that they've been in, they are in this year's competition. That's a lovely ball by Bill. Oh, should have done much better, Chaya Woods Buran.
Chaya knows he should have done a lot better. His first touch wasn't convincing enough. And that's nowhere near target, is it? Just snatched at that. His eyes lit up. What a shame. Good play from Bill, though. Collected that ball on the half turn, so he collected with his back foot. Kind of thinking that Bill would have been better suited to that position.
Tapao got a challenge in just to deflect the shot out for a corner. So Chiang Rai, Siva Khan's been taking the bulk of them. Young Ray decides to step up to take this one now. It's very well defended by the goal scorer Zhu Ming. As we were talking about earlier on, you look at the group that they've been put in. Beijing Guan, John, they really should fancy themselves getting out of this. FC Seoul, Melbourne Victory and Chiang Rai United.
Yeah, it's not the strongest group, certainly on this side of the draw. But I also thought that Chiang Rai would fancy themselves to make some waves in this group as well. But they really needed to start better against Melbourne, get confidence. So many of these players, such confidence players.
Melbourne, by the way, lost by a goal to nil earlier on against FC Seoul. That match in Korea. Sarawat, who had to come as a rescue act as Apirak came out to Britain, lost that one in the end. Zhu Ming was on the loose. Renato. Jiang Tao asking for a free kick. The referee says play on. Looked at the assistant referee who says good call. Li Ke, Biao Cheng, Vieira. Wanted too much time on the ball. Closed down straight away by Li Yongray. And here is Renato yet again. Jiang Tao's asking for the ball to be played on the outside. Jiang Tao's made his run. Renato uses him as a decoy, plays in. Vieira! That's a good save by Apirak.
Well, it's a good strike from Vieira, but you can tell that's his swinger. Have a look here. It looked a little bit awkward, that strike. Do what? He's done nothing wrong so far. to make, I think, 3 stops.
Well, they've kept it alive, and they've kept it moving as well. Bills dropped deep, hoping to bring the centre-back with him. No one came, though. And Chayawat's never going to get to that pass. And so far, so good for the first ever Frenchman to manage Beijing Guan, Bruno Genesio. Clever ball by Dabao. Biao Cheng, Vieira, Bakambu's managed to peel himself away from his marker, but he decided to go the other side to Ziming, who had made the run forward as well. Well, John, you talked about how rusty Beijing might be. Don't look too rusty, do they?
No, I still think they got a quite high ceiling. Do a lot better there. I think Vieira needs to understand his position a little better. He's coming a little bit too deep. I think it's unnecessary, really. I can understand it. Sivakorn is having a really good game. I think he's trying to stay away from him a little bit. You know what attacking midfielders are like, especially when they come from Brazil. They're desperate for space. That's what they like. They love just having that space to pull the strings.
After half an hour, Beijing in the lead, but it's only 1-0 against Chiang Rai United side, who have shown some flashes of attacking prowess up front. Lee Ke got away with one, not the other. Might lose the ball in a horrendous position. Chiang Rai play this right. Yong Rei, support on the outside by Surya Singmui. Try to play it back to Yong Rei. He drilled right through, a chance right now for another shot to come right on. Oh, that was pretty close, wasn't it? A great effort by Chotipat Pumkiao.
I think it was Yong Rei who took the strike initially, and I thought that maybe he should have just played another pass. But as it's fallen to Zhong Rao, makes a little angle for himself. There's not a lot to shoot at. They wanted him to keep that down though and sting the palms of the goalkeeper. And a couple of decent sighters, Chiang Rai. Defensively, Beijing look far from sound. Now they've got some internationals along the back line there, but they don't look too steady at the moment. This back three, you feel, against a stronger opponent, they would have been picked apart.
Dabao pass was a little loose, but there wasn't anybody in orange trying to pick it up in the middle of the pitch. So here comes Renato Jiang Tao once again on the outside, overlapping. That's a brilliant ball inside to Vieira, totally air-kicked it.
And that's exactly where you want Vieira to be. Much better on the edge of that 18-yard box. Now it's really stretched. Only half an hour played, already really stretched.
Fituat trying to fit that one inside for run of Chayawat. Olsen looks a lot more comfortable that time. Vieira, not the best of touches from him. That's a Beijing side who hardly give away goals in the Chinese Super League last year on their travels. Just the 10 goals conceded in the CSL. Best team defensively away from home. But a lot of that was with their main Korean centre-back Kim Min-jae, who is missing in this game. He usually is the steal in this Beijing defense. Lee Ke, Bakambu, strong enough to hold it up first time, and that's a very clever ball inside of Biao Cheng. Sprinted away from danger. Renato Jiang Tao finally uses the right full-back. Everyone's gone near yet again. Two forwards making the same run, Ziming and Bakambu.
That's a terrific ball in. Running out of real estate, whipped a great ball in. He'd be well within his rights to ask some questions of his forwards, why they're not ending up on the end of that.
Fituat trying to work the 1-2. Chayawat just couldn't squeeze the ball through in time. It was well read by Dabao, who had seen it all the way through. And here is Renato yet again. Where does he get that third lung from, Renato Augusto? Lille trying to hang that one up. Actually drilled it across, but Brenner was there. It's not the best of passes. A chance for the shots from Vieira. That's a very clever ball right through. It is Vieira right now at the end of it. Bakambu. Well, it was a brilliant pass from Lika. Faked the shot, went to Vieira, and really he should have put it in for 2-0.
Well, he's shaped to strike the ball. Loads of disguise on this. Vieira's been in a couple of good positions in the last 5 minutes. Fluffed his lines every single time. Not seen much of Bakambu, have we? But he almost got on the end of that.
Vieira, who has already set up the opening goal of the night, trying to set this one up for his captain, Tapao, who will be the main target, but not with a ball like that. Lacking in elevation totally. Not the best pass outs though. It's easily kept by Yang Fan. Chotipat probably has Chiang Rai United's best chance of the game so far. It's an early substitution, and Biao Cheng doesn't look too happy at all coming out.
Well, he's limping as well, Biao Cheng. It's disappointing. He's just touching his hamstring.
Choi Zhongguo, who was one of the starters last year in the Asian Champions League for Beijing Guan.
It's a good sign, doing your hamstring so early on in the season. Conditioning obviously not great.
One Korean-born Chinese coming in for another. Sitting in right to the heart of midfield. Ball's played right through. That's a very clever ball. It's played in behind the defense. Bill was there lurking, but so too was the very, very alert Lille.
It's Burano. No, it's right. Whipping that in there. You've got to ask questions. Why is Bill not throwing himself at it? Why is he not in a better position there? He's got to get across this defender.
46 goals in 1.5 years for Chiang Rai. And now they're wishing that number 47 will come in front of his fans in Asia's biggest club competition. Siva Khan floating it to the far post yet again. Jiang Tao just managing to get a frolic to it. Li Yongwei, who is making his 20th appearance in this competition. At 10, of course, for Suwon Samsung Blue Wings at the start of the last decade. That is a very good delivery yet again. Bakambu, though, at the back clearing it. Fans wanted handball. The referee was never interested. Yongwei trying to open the angle up for the cross. That's a brilliant delivery yet again from the Korean.
That's two fantastic deliveries, right on the money. First from the corner with his left peg, and then slinging it in with his less favoured right. Look at this, right on the money. Fortunately, the runs are not great. Bill's already in too early. Sarawet likewise. Score a lot of goals, Sarawet, of course. Well in this game, Chiang Rai. Beijing have taken their foot off the gas.
I don't know if the referee's being a little bit of a fuss budget there, because the ball was oscillating and he's saying, let's take it all over again. Wants it totally dead. Hosen is in his 9th year in this club from the youth system. It's a US first choice.
Sarawet just took him away a foul there. It's just a push, really. No malice, no elbows.
Ziming, the man, of course, who flexed his muscles after scoring, doesn't look too strong here. Falling down rather easily, Wang Ziming. least Genesio knows that he has a good backup plan in terms of a striker with Zhang Yunning out probably the first half of this year. Wang Ziming looks all set and ready to take over that position and fill in his boots. Bakambu will always be there scoring goals. Finished the season very well last year with 4 in his last 4 games. He's asked for the ball from the outside. He's been on the periphery of things in this first half so far. Bakambu, not so much. Renato has gotten involved yet again. Vieira trying to just reverse that pass inside into the path of Bakambu. In the end, decided not to, in case Congolese had strayed offside. Dabao. Hosen. That didn't look convincing at all from Hosen. Challenge was good enough. Here comes Ziming. Bakambu. Superb tackle. Absolutely brilliant by Shinafat Liao. Zhongguo. Just been on the pitch for last 4 minutes and does exactly that. Different sort of player from Biaocheng, who loves running down the lines and really more of a box-to-box player, but Zhongguo loves just playing it defensively. Given Augusto, Renato, more forward-looking role as well since his arrival. Renato finds Vieira. Bakambu trying to relay the ball right back. Zhongguo is biting into the challenge, but loses out on that one. And it's very well worked that time by Sivakon Tiatrakun.
Yeah, had to be a booking there. Nika knew exactly what he was doing. Sivakon winning the ball back yet again, and then taking the pressure off his defence, getting the foul. So many things he's done already this evening, Sivakon, trying to take it quickly.
Brenner drilling it to his right wing back, and that's a very disappointing pass. Nika very easily just marshals that one out of play.
Well, it's a ball that they haven't played nearly enough. They played it, I think that's the 3rd time. They've got a couple of corners from that already. A little ball over the top. Every single side you play against, no side wants to run back towards their own goal. No defenders enjoy it.
Renato. Bakambu has sprinted clear. Shinafat once again, right place, right time.
Way there. Yeah, it was just a little foul on Lieke. Bakambu nearly in though. Good run from him. Stayed on side.
Inside to Zhongguo. Player free on the wide is Lieke. Jiang Tao turning away from danger. Bakambu took it well enough. Couldn't squeeze the cross out of it to Ziming. Wins a corner off Shinafat Liao. So up come the big boys. Lille, Renato, Dabao, belated arrival. Bakambu always inside. Searching for his 40th goal for Beijing Guoan. Bakambu. Renato got it all wrong.
That's a difficult height for him. He's coming down waist height. He has to snatch at it quickly. He's got Young Rai just in front of him. It's the first time I can remember Beijing putting the ball in early from a corner. They have been trying to work these short corners that haven't really worked out for them. Look at this high press from Beijing now.
Because of that, Sarah Woods was forced to hit that one long, and Beijing winning the second ball yet again. Renato, that was a brilliant touch, just killed that ball instantaneously, but very well worked by Sivakon to actually keep it alive and ensure that he was right there with the challenge. Bill now on the breakaway for Chiang Rai. Bill looking for the angle for that shot to come in, and almost fell into the path, didn't it, of Fitiwat.
Oh, Bill wanted this. He wanted this return pass here. It was on. Buran could have been a little bit stronger. Once again, you have to keep reiterating that Chiang Rai have had these little openings. Couple decent chances, little half chance there. I'll even promise more goals in the second half. How's that? Can't see this staying the way it is.
And Brenner. Chiang Rai know as well the weather as it is here in Thailand. At Beijing Guan, first match of the season, last 20 minutes of the game. They might just be feeling it. Finished strongly. They were still very much in this.
They've already had a player just having to go off with a little hamstring tweak.
Lilei. Pass came off the left full back for a throw to Chiang Rai. Genesio will be happy with what he's seen so far from his charges in the first 45 minutes. Fitiwat anywhere would do in terms of the clearance. Fitiwat having to go all the way back to Sarah Woods, but couldn't squeeze that ball out of that cul-de-sac that he was in. Piraku has been forced to kick long a couple of times already due to the high press by Beijing Guan. Well, the Mean Green Machine have been pretty mean in terms of keeping out the goals. So what? 7 clean sheets in the first 8 matches to begin last year. They might be beginning 2020 with a clean sheet here at the power of Chiang Rai Stadium as well. Jiang Tao has been overlapping, but hasn't really been found. They've used him more as a decoy more than anything else in this first 45 minutes. Bill trying to bully himself all the way through into the penalty box. Lilei, with Zhongguo ahead of him, decides to just calm things down a little bit with the ball back to Yu Dabao. Yang Fan is dovetailed well enough with his captain in the first 45 minutes. What we've seen so far, at least they've kept out the chances of Chiang Rai. Bakambu has asked for a free kick. The referee says you have the advantage, you have the ball, play on.
Bakambu's on the floor there. Really good line from Brinner. A little half a step from Brinner just to make sure.
Wang Ziming couldn't do what he did when he scored that opening goal, holding the line. Chotipat. Well, he's had Chiang Rai's best chance in the first 45 minutes. Only 1 shot on target against Melbourne in their opening match. They haven't had a shot on target in this one against the reserve goalkeeper of Beijing Guan. Beijing, though, have the lead, and it came from that number 20, Wang Ziming, who is the second choice striker, just going through the defense after it was eviscerated from that lovely little dink from Jonathan Vieira, who is back after a loan spell at Las Palmas and into his bag of tricks yet again, assisting the opening goal of the game. Yongray has tried in terms of his corner kick situations. Sivakon has probably been Chiang Rai's best player, but they go into the halftime break trailing by a 0-0 against the Mean Green Machine of China, Beijing Guan.
Yeah, it's been an entertaining first half in Chiang Rai. Just a goal in it. Wang Ziming's 23rd minute strike, giving Beijing a slender lead at the break. Chiang Rai still in it, though. We'll see what they can do in the second half. We'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll have a look at all the goals from tonight's Champions League games.